Damn. Now, let's continue our investigation.
There's evidence here somewhere. All we have to do is find it.
Let's see. The banner advertising the rifle range has fallen over. It must have been knocked down in the crush. It's covered in footprints, too. The crowd must have really panicked.
Hey, you know where I can buy one of these?
Why would you wish to? Don't tell me you're thinking of writing gumshoe on it and wearing it on your back.
What? How did you guess? Are you a mind reader, sir? Is that it?
It was a joke, but I should have known that nothing's impossible when it comes to the good detective. He's our boy and we love him very much, okay? It's that simple. We love our boy Gumshoe. Am I right, comments, or am I right? Is that a... Well, I know there's a term for this. Is that like one of those, it's not a dumpling. It's, damn it, I can't remember what they're called. Whatever. Excuse me? I see something! I must scour the scene and inspect anything that catches my attention. Wait, hold on, what's that? Is that a red button? What's this?
A red button. Hey, do you think...
Could it have been dropped by our red-hooded suspect? Yes, it certainly seems likely. Okay. It says samurai dogs. Now a Sakura relish. Just in time for spring.
Sakura, huh? What does that taste like?
Well, Sakura is cherry blossom, so I guess maybe... cherries?
But blossoms are blossoms and cherries are cherries, sir. They're totally different things.
But You're right, I suppose.
So what does Sakura really taste like? This is my kind of mystery.
Oh my god, I love you guys so freaking much. I missed you so much. It's a flimsy-looking food stand made of plywood, and it sells samurai dogs.
Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, I got $1.50 if, you know...
You're not actually suggesting I subsidize you eating on the job?
Oh, I didn't mean to. That is... maybe when we're done?
Fine. When we have finished investigating, you can have one. And only one. Understood?
No, sorry, sir. I never should... Wait. Did you say I could have one?
Yes. Why, is something the matter?
No, it's just... I wasn't expecting you to... Thanks, sir!
Alright, well... The puddle reflects the clear blue sky. All that remains of the rain.
You're a regular poet, sir.
Very funny, detective. How would you describe it, then?
Well, let's see, a pool of water left behind after a real heavy downpour. Just like I get left behind after a real heavy dose of Mr. Edgeworth's logic.
I would say don't give up on your day job, but it seems you don't even have that down, detective. There's something red down there. Detective Gumshoe, can you see what that is under the stand, please?
There's something down there here, all right. Let's see.
Yep, the discarded sweater. Oh, it's a raincoat. My bad. A red raincoat? This must be...
The one the suspect was wearing!
They must have taken it off and hid it under there before they made their escape. I mean, it would make sense. Okay, well, let's examine it. Oh, we found out where the button is. Or the button's supposed to be. The sleeve. It's inside out. The button is missing too. No, it's not. In fact...
Boom!
The button we found seems to have come from this raincoat. It must have been pulled loose when the killer took it off.
Huh? The right sleeve's inside out, too.
It seems it was removed in a hurry. Fast enough to tear a button off, no less. I surmise our assassin disposed of their gun and bag in the trash immediately after shooting at the president. They then slipped into the panicked crowd and moved from the left to the right side of the spectator area. This was because they knew the trajectory of the bullet would point to a shooter on the left side. Finally, they removed the raincoat and hid it under the samurai dog's stand. The killer would have needed to get rid of the coat as soon as possible, hence its hurried removal. The fact that the right sleeve is inside out is a testament to how quickly it was taken off.
Yep, that and the missing button.
The question, of course, is why didn't the same thing happen to the left sleeve?
Oh yeah, only the right sleeve is inside out.
Indeed, and the button on the left sleeve is still securely attached.
So, what does this mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
If we're to answer that question, Detective, we'll need to inspect the raincoat in more detail. Alright, first off, definitely covered in mud.
It's a bright red raincoat, sir. Red as red can be. The sight of it is getting me kind of fired up, I gotta say.
Oh, that's actually part of color theory. I think red is actively supposed to make you feel a bit more agitated or something like that. Quite the raging bull, aren't you, Detective?
That's me, sir. I'm always ready to charge into action.
Yes, or to my defense. Oh, there's a pocket there. Let's take a closer look at the inside of the raincoat. Detective Gumshoe?
Yes, sir.
Blood? This is a blood stain? And considering where it's located, I'd say the blood belongs to our would-be assassin. So we're looking
for someone with an injury.
Wait a minute, we've been looking at this the wrong way. I can't look at it right now. That person was in the crowd and fired at the president, right? My initial theory was that because they were in the left side of the crowd, that means that they fired toward the flag and the balloon. But what if it's not that? What if there really was somebody standing on the balloon and they fired at the crowd, specifically the guy in the red coat? But wait, no, that won't work because there's no bullet hole. Okay, I take back what I said. Never mind.
So we're looking for someone with an injury.
Not just any injury, Detective. An injury on their left arm.
Huh? How do you know that?
It's simple. The right sleeve is inside out, suggesting that the suspect removed the raincoat in a hurry. Conversely, the left sleeve is just as we would expect it to be. Therefore, the suspect's left arm was never in the sleeve in the first place. Oh. And once we understand that, everything else falls into place. Now, Detective, there's a bloodstain on the left side lining of the raincoat because
the suspect's arm was too injured to fit through the sleeve.
Precisely. Or at least, we couldn't say that there is a good probability that that was the case. There's blood on the inside. The person who was wearing it must have had an injured left arm. The pieces are starting to fall into place. Hell yeah! Thank you, I needed that after all the fuck-ups I did. I'm definitely rusty. Detective Gumshoe, I need you to go and search the crowd for likely suspects.
Yes, sir! Suspicious characters with injured left arms. Coming right up! Away!
You're even smarter than you look, Ruffles. Taking all them itty-bitty pieces and putting them together like that, you'll have your man in no time. That's Mr. Edgeworth for you.
The park is still cordoned off, so our would-be assassin should be in that crowd somewhere. Don't let me down, Detective Gumshoe. He's our boy, he never lets us down. March 25th, 3:27 p.m., Gourd Lake Spectator Area.
Mr. Edgeworth, we found someone who fits the bill perfectly, sir.
Way to nab the assassin, Gummy!
Hold on, Kay. It's a little soon to be jumping to conclusions. For the moment, they're a person of interest and nothing more. Understood?
Okay, no jumping.
But he's our shooter, sir, I'm sure of it. He's the guy who tried to take out the president.
In broad daylight, surrounded by a crowd of witnesses, this is no ordinary assassin. Bring him over here, detective. Carefully.
Yes, sir. Come on, boys. You heard Mr. Edgeworth.
Huh? I'm sorry, I needed to finish fanboying a little bit, but also kind of shitting myself. Hi. How you doing, buddy? It's been a while. It's been a while, my man. By the way, did you kill Matt on guard yet? No umbrella and a bandage on his left arm.
Well, pal, state your name already.
Doe. John Doe. Charmed, I'm sure.
John Doe. Not a name you often hear in real life.
That's correct.
I know this man from somewhere, I'm sure of it.
And you are Prosecutor Edgeworth.
You know my name.
Of course. I've been following the day's developments with some interest. Now, perhaps you'd care to explain why you've asked to speak with me?
As you've been following our investigation, you're no doubt already aware of who we are looking for. So let me ask you, do you recognize this raincoat by any chance?
Forgive me, but I'm afraid I do not.
I see. Well, I believe its owner to be the would-be assassin we are seeking.
My. Well, isn't that just shocking?
And this same would-be assassin happens to have an injured left arm. Just like you.
All I can tell you is that I had nothing to do with this unfortunate affair.
The two adversaries stare each other down, their eyes like deadly lasers. Care to tell the readers what happens next?
A showdown, that's what. A battle of wits, a battle of words.
Dare I let him explain any further what he thinks this upcoming battle will entail? Sure, let the man blather on, why not?
In a battle of wits, you never know if or when the other guy might be lying or just plain mistaken. But if you spot an inconsistency in a statement of theirs, you gotta present the evidence that proves it.
And to do that, I'll need to first open my organizer with the right bumper and then press Y to present my evidence.
And what if there ain't no inconsistencies to find?
Then you change tack, press for more information, and see what you can shake loose.
Indeed. I can press my opponent with left bumper.
Why don't you show us how it's done, Mr. Edgeworth?
Stepping up to bat, our nation's top prosecutor.
Once I'm able to quietly gather my thoughts, yes. Hello, John Doe.
I can understand why whoever wore the raincoat would be of interest to you. But you have no proof that this person is injured as you claim. My left arm may be injured, but I can still use my right. When it started raining, I simply opened my umbrella. No raincoat required.
So you contend that you are not wearing a raincoat, is that correct?
It is. And is that so strange? Not everyone wears one, after all. I happen to prefer an umbrella.
Team Raincoat over here. They're perfect for when a girl really needs to move. Heck, I don't use neither. Come rain, sleet, snow, or shine, it's my trusty parka every time.
That's actually not bad. Anyway, I'm sorry. Not exactly the line of inquiry I was hoping to pursue.
So you see, I'm not your would-be killer.
And I'm not in the habit of making baseless accusations, Mr. Doe.
please. I'm just a simple ice cream forgive me, my wound seems to have begun bleeding again in all the excitement.
The owner of the raincoat is definitely our assassin. And Sedona also has an injured left arm.
Ice cream.
I'm on to you, Mr. Doe. It's only a matter of time.
Rebuttal! Press!
So you admit that whoever wore the raincoat is a person of interest?
I know they are. I was able to follow most of your investigation from the spectator area. One never thinks one could get caught up in such an awful thing as an assassination.
So you'd like to see some proof that the owner of the raincoat has an injury?
I would certainly expect such a renowned prosecutor to have some.
I still don't understand how you know who I am.
Oh, come on, Mr. Edgeworth, you're famous! He's probably read about you in the newspaper.
I have also been observing you and your work, lest you forget.
I don't believe a word he says. If I can prove he's lying, we'd be one step closer to apprehending our shooter.
Ice cream vanilla.
That looks like quite a serious injury, Mr. Doe. How long ago did it happen exactly?
Oh, not long.
That's all you're going to say on the subject?
Well, it certainly made serving ice cream more difficult. And stopped me from holding my umbrella while I work.
I gotta give Ace Attorney in its entirety, like, credit where credit's deserved. It has such a colorful cast and, like, of characters with unique designs that as soon as I see one I recognize, I'm like, I know that guy!
Hold it!
And yet you don't seem to have an umbrella on you at the moment. Didn't the rain stop only a short while ago, just before the shooting?
It did indeed. I remember because I was suddenly inundated with customers.
That was less than an hour ago. Are you trying to tell me you lost your umbrella in that short span of time?
Yes, that is exactly what I'm trying to tell you. After all, it only takes a moment for someone to steal an umbrella, especially in a crowd of that size.
So now you're accusing somebody of stealing your umbrella. Okay. That's entirely possible, I suppose.
I had my umbrella when it was raining, Mr. Edgeworth. That is a fact.
And then he lost that umbrella to the crowd, huh? Guess it's just one of those things.
I suppose you're going to tell me that his wound to reopening is just one of those things, too?
Well, it kinda is. No.
The assassin's left arm is injured. Oh, shit! I didn't see that the first time. As is Mr. Doe's. Why, it's even bleeding as we speak.
You're right. That is pretty suspicious.
Nonetheless, we need to find something concrete that would link Mr. Doe to the crime. I should open my organizer and look over the evidence again. Alright. Let's see. Okay. I have no proof. I actually do have proof that the person was injured.
Objection!
I got an achievement for that. You seem like a careful man, Mr. Doe, but not quite careful enough. After all, you left something behind. Something of vital importance.
I'm afraid you must have me confused with somebody else. The coat does not belong to me. Or do you claim to have some kind of proof to support your accusation?
Your arm isn't troubling you too much, I hope. Your wound seems to be bleeding again.
I'll survive. Pretend it's not something of an inconvenience.
You have my deepest sympathies. Because if it wasn't bleeding quite so badly, you could have perhaps made a clean getaway.
What exactly are you insinuating?
As we've already established, whoever wore the raincoat is injured. And now I can prove that person was you. With this decisive piece of evidence.
My ice cream seems to be melting. I think tomorrow I'll go for some chocolate.
You see, Mr. Doe, there's a small amount of blood on the inside of this raincoat. Blood that belongs to our assassin. How did you do that?
I've been practicing.
Attempted murder of a foreign leader, causing a diplomatic incident? They'll throw the book at you!
You can give us the silent treatment all you like, but we don't need you to talk. A simple blood test will give us the answer we require. All it takes is for us to compare the blood on your bandages with that on the coat. And that will be that.
Actually, Cosmopolitan sounds pretty good right now.
Don't you mean Neapolitan?
Oh, right, Neapolitan, my bad.
We have the evidence. Why don't you make it easier on all of us and come clean? Admit that you were the one who attempted to assassinate the president of Zhangfa.
I am not your assassin.
You're stubborn, I'll give you that. But if this were a game of chess, you would already be in checkmate. Now do the honorable thing and admit defeat.
Actually, I could go for a milkshake.
He doesn't look like a man with no moves left to play.
Very well. You have me. I'll admit it. I was wearing the raincoat.
He confessed. Say the word, and I'll slap the cuffs on him right away, right now!
But I did not shoot at the president.
What?
Mr. Edgeworth, the only thing you have proven is that I was wearing a particular raincoat. And as far as I'm aware, that is not a crime.
Oh, you want to go?
I am no assassin. I'm a simple ice cream seller. One who happened to be wearing a red raincoat while watching the president speak. I was as surprised as anyone when his bodyguards sprang into action and the shots rang out. That's when the spectators panicked and started running and screaming for their lives.
Uh-huh.
Now, are you finally satisfied that I am telling the truth?
As if. Your story stinks.
Perhaps some rocky road later down the line.
You don't scare me. The evidence is on our side, you know. Look, it's right there, plain as day. The assassin, and they're wearing a red raincoat.
Intriguing. But that is not me.
Oh, come on!
Tell me, Mr. Edgeworth, do you really think I was the only one in the entire park wearing a red raincoat today?
I do, actually. But then, why does he seem so sure of himself? Good question.
Hold it!
A simple ice cream seller, but a knowledgeable one, I assume. On the subject of ice cream, at least.
But of course, ask me anything you wish.
Ah! I don't know the first thing about ice cream! You know what the most important thing about making ice cream is, of course.
Mr. Edgeworth,
Why, the most important thing about making ice cream is to approach it with a virtuous heart.
And what does virtue have to do with anything?
Without proper reverence for the craft, I'm afraid all you'll ever make are sweetened crystals of ice. There. I hope that you now see. I am nothing more than an ice cream seller.
Uh-huh.
Hold it!
Why a raincoat? Why were you not using an umbrella?
Is that so strange? It was a rainy morning. Most people were wearing a jacket of some kind.
Well, I'd say it's a pretty strange choice, considering you couldn't get one of your arms into it.
Better that than have one of my hands occupied by an umbrella. I had ice cream to serve, after all.
Then why go to such lengths to avoid testifying to that effect in the first place?
Forgive me, I simply hadn't remembered until now.
Uh-huh.
It's been an eventful day, after all.
Eventful?
Well, I hardly know what else to call it, Mr. Edgeworth. The president of Zhang Fa was shot at.
Hold it!
So you saw the bodyguards move before you heard the gunshots?
Yes, if I recall correctly, they moved first. At least, the one on the left did.
You're rather observant, Mr. Doe.
I am blessed with keen eyes. It's my regional variantability.
You're... what? Never mind. The names of the bodyguards were written in the top left corner of the security plan. And the one on the left was... Rook.
That's correct. Bastion Rook, I believe. I expect he noticed the light from a laser sight. The man is no amateur.
Mr. Doe knows a little too much about the business of being a bodyguard for my liking. He is a professional. I'd say our friend here is no amateur either. I'd like you to append what you just said to your testimony, if you don't mind.
As you wish. The bodyguard on the left, Bastion Rook, was it, was especially quick to respond.
Hold it!
So the bodyguard on the left was the first to move?
By the smallest fraction, yes. He reacted admirably, swiftly. His name was Bastion Rook, did you say? It
appears you've assessed the situation quite astutely.
Nor more so than anybody else, I'm sure.
He's good. He didn't even flinch. Yeah, oh yeah, he's good.
Hold it!
So you yourself didn't start running and screaming?
I was hardly in a position to.
Oh yeah? In what position were you in?
One of extreme pain. Somebody bumped right into my wounded arm. Hard. It was excruciating. I thought my eyes would pop out of my head.
Yeah? Well, they clearly didn't.
Of course they didn't, Kay. In any event, the shooter was wearing a red raincoat. We have photographic proof of that, and yet...
Mr. John Doe here swears it wasn't him.
The guy's lying through his teeth, I tell you. No one gets away with disrespecting Mr. Edgeworth, pal. Not on my watch.
Calm down, detective. We'll get the truth out of him by catching him in a lie.
Yeah, so let's keep at him. He'll let something slip soon enough.
I'm no assassin, simple ice cream seller, one who happened to be wearing a red raincoat while watching the president speak. I was as surprised as anyone when this bodyguard sprang into action and the shots rang out. The bodyguard on the left, Bastion Rook, was especially quick to respond. That's when the spectators panicked and started running and screaming for their lives. And it was from this one he said he was in excruciating pain because somebody bumped into him. Oh, stay frosty. We know who might be in the audience. We know who. The we know who might actually be referring to, John Doe, maybe. Fuck, there might have been 2 people involved in this case. Like 2 potential assassins, or I don't know. I mean, it might literally just be him, but... Wait. How did you know his name?
Objection!
Okay, my line of thinking was right. How did you know his name? As I suspected, you are more than what you claim to be, Mr. Doe.
You overestimate me, Mr. Edgeworth.
Oh? Then tell me how a simple ice cream seller knows one of the presidential bodyguard's names.
What? You jest, surely. You're the one who spoke their names aloud. Rook and Knight, was it?
Objection!
Yeah, you just said Bastion. We only know those names thanks to the security plan. But look closely. Only their surnames appear. Yet we all clearly heard you say the name Bastion Rook. How did you come to possess such information? Information we ourselves didn't have.
Seems pretty darn suspicious to me.
Well, how did you know? Explain yourself!
It was merely a slip of the tongue.
Another lie. He is the assassin, just like we said.
Come now, miss. It's a little too soon to be jumping to such conclusions.
I love how, like, his emotions are reflected by the ice cream that he has. Because we don't really see him having any sort of, like, from what little I remember, we don't really see him having actually, like, facial expressions. It's always told through, like, other objects. Like, last time, it was told through the, that weird little communication device.
I did know their names, yes. And the reason for that is...
Well?
I know Mr. Rook. He and I are acquainted.
What?
We have something of a connection. And his is a name I could never forget.
You think we're stupid, pal? Stop lying!
I am not lying. I am, as I always have been, a simple ice cream seller. And an acquaintance of Bastion Rook, yes.
Objection!
And I suppose Mr. Rook will confirm that? It should be easy enough for him to remember his good friend, the slippery ice cream seller, correct?
Please, you are more than welcome to ask him. Although I think that might be difficult right now. I would imagine he's rather busy ensuring the president's safety. But I suppose you are able to speak with him, and he does deny that he and I are acquainted. How will that help you prove I was the shooter?
Objection!
If you want the shooter, why take off your raincoat?
Because it was no longer raining. In fact, it had grown quite warm. Far better to let my wound breathe, no? Or would you rather I had it let it fester?
Is he actually going to worm his way out of this?
What are you waiting for, Mr. Edgeworth? Hurry up and arrest the man. He's clearly guilty. If I were you, he'd be in jail already.
You might be willing to arrest a man without sufficient proof, but I am not. And there it is. The proof of his development.
No, come on, Mr. Edgeworth. There's gotta be something you can do. Shocking scenes here, as the culprit seems all but certain to escape justice.
It seems the court of public opinion has spoken. Very well. As I will clearly be viewed with suspicion no matter what I say, I might as well share what I know.
What you know? What's his angle here?
I saw them. I saw another person with a red hood.
What? Are you kidding?
It's the person you captured in your photograph. I first noticed them just before the president's speech began. It was still raining then. Their outfit was the same color as my own, which is what drew my attention, as did the laser beam that was aimed directly at the president's head.
He's claiming there was another red-hooded person. Preposterous!
I knew that if anyone saw me dressed similarly to this individual, I could fall under suspicion myself. And so naturally I removed my raincoat.
Objection!
So not only did you see the assassin, but they were wearing exactly the same thing as you? How very convenient.
I had thought you might find it far-fetched, hence my not mentioning it until now. I know you law enforcement people are very skeptical types. You would have never believed me. Especially not if I had said that the shooter was standing right next to a certain prosecutor.
Well, I know you don't mean me. I wasn't even summoned until after the shooting.
No, not you, Mr. Edgeworth. Your colleague over there.
Huh? Me?
Yes, the photograph will prove it, I'm sure. You see, right there, in front of the person with the red hood.
That's me, yes, but what exactly are you saying? What's his end game here?
As I mentioned, I've been following your investigation with some interest, Mr. Edgeworth. And while pondering the details, I noticed something strange.
Strange. What exactly?
Come now, a man of your talents should be more than capable of spotting a contradiction such as this.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
The picture shows the chief prosecutor, Mr. Payne, and the shooter. But there's nothing weird about that, is there?
Think carefully. The picture was taken right in the middle of the president's speech. One of the other pieces of evidence you've gathered is inconsistent with what we see here.
What is Mr. Doe talking about? Which piece of evidence is inconsistent with what's in this picture? It's the direction that he was pointing the gun, isn't it? Like, if he's... Wait. Wait a minute! Oh! Wait a minute. That was the moment that he was whispering, but the gun was pointing at him this whole time. But wait a minute, with the angle of that, other people would be able to see it. Okay.
Take that!
Okay then. Of course! The tape! It contradicts the photograph!
So you've noticed at last.
What's it going on about, Mr. Edgeworth?
Someone's missing. Someone who should be here.
She's not here!
Huh? But who?
Who indeed? The person who is missing from this photograph is...
Tabby Lloyd.
Take that!
Why isn't she in the photograph?
Huh?
Miss Lloyd.
How do you figure that?
How would she have been able to listen to the freaking thing if... Oh my god! Mr. Payne's voice can be clearly be heard on Miss Lloyd's tape. I'm fumbling my lines from this. Considering that he was conducting a private conversation with the chief prosecutor.
Oh, there was these two old guys standing right in front of me. They were whispering away to each other the whole darn...
The fact that she said that I didn't click in! Oh my god! She slipped... The moment that photo... Oh my god, I should have noticed the moment that... Oh... She must have been very close indeed to capture it on tape.
You're right, but she's not in the picture.
Precisely. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, do you still believe that you have been hounding the right person?
Miss Lloyd, would you mind answering a few questions?
Whoa, y'all are fixing to put me under the microscope now? Alright, sure, knock yourselves out. I got nothing to hide. It ain't like I was standing still the whole time. No, I was running all over, roving reporter style, and that was a big old crowd. Guess the picture must have been taken while I was in one spot, and the tape's from when I was in another.
That's not possible because they're whispering right now. He's whispering to him right now at the exact moment that you were fucking recording.
So, quit giving me the evil eye. Ain't nothing but a misunderstanding.
There's no doubt about the voices on the tape. That was Mr. Payne and the chief prosecutor. I'm certain of it.
Tabby wouldn't lie to us. I know she wouldn't. But if she did, that would mean...
That she's our perp.
Will y'all quit messing with me? As if I could have done anything like that. Little on me.
Okay, now you're just making it much more suspicious. I might be inclined to believe you if your testimony didn't contain a glaring inconsistency.
It does? I thought that was pretty good.
Seems I have no choice but to present her with the evidence that exposed the contradiction. All right.
Hold it!
Why would you be moving around if your main aim was to record the president's speech?
What now? How do you mean?
Surely the speech would have been best recorded from a single consistent position.
Well, see, that is, oh yeah, ambiance. That's the word I was looking for. Gotta capture the ambiance. Can't put that electric atmosphere down in print if I don't have a bunch of it on tape for inspiration.
Surely all you achieved was to fill the tape with unwanted background noise?
Y'all are questioning my methods now. I don't do stand still, alright? Nah, I was running all over.
Uh-huh.
Hold it!
You were running all over. Where exactly?
Here, there, and everywhere, I guess. What, y'all know what all over means? You think I remember exactly where I was and when in a crowd like that? What do y'all want from me?
I'd like you to at least tell us whether you were to the left or the right of the stage.
Left? Yeah, left, I think.
The suspect in the picture was on the left-hand side, too. Coincidence? Oh, I better hope you're the perp, because if not, I'm gonna feel bad for this.
Hold it!
So the fact that you are not in the picture is to be expected. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
It surely is. I caught your pals the prosecutors on tape while I was in one part of the crowd. And then that picture was snapped while I was off someplace else. Look at it that way and it all makes perfect sense.
Your assertion, then, is that the picture and your recording were taken at different points in the speech.
Yep. Timing's everything. You learn that soon enough in this line of work.
So if I can prove that the two things did happen at the same time, her entire defense will come tumbling down. There, yes.
Hold it!
I think I found the statement that I have to contradict, I believe. Evil Eye, are you suggesting that I might be attempting to intimidate a witness?
No, I'm just suggesting that you line up a little. Frown that way for too long and it'll stick. Ain't nothing so bad that a little smile can't make better, wouldn't you say, Ruffles?
I'm investigating the shooting of a president, Miss Lloyd. A smile is highly unlikely to help with that.
So proclaimed the prosecutor, all the while beaming from ear to ear. Paragraph ends.
Perhaps what I ought to do is deploy my even eviler evil eye on her next time.
I just can't get a read on her. But I don't feel like she's hiding anything super bad either.
I agree that she doesn't seem to be ill-intentioned. But who knows if that means something much worse is lying just underneath. Regardless, we must put aside our immediate impressions. Her actions are on the record. And I have proof that contradicts her testimony. Alright, let's look at all of her stuff. I believe it was this statement that I'm going to present to. Let's see. First off, let me just guess the picture must have been taken while I was in one spot, and the tapes from when I was in another. That's not possible. Because the recording literally... Wait, no. The recording literally contradicts what you're saying. The tape can't be from when you were in another spot because you had to have been right behind him. Like, I just... That's not possible. Like, seriously. You were right there. Literally, your tape contradicts what you just said.
Objection!
Miss Lloyd, it's imperative for a reporter not to lie, wouldn't you say?
You're dang right it is, and I don't lie.
And yet the photograph and the recording were definitely taken at the same time.
What? You can't prove that.
Oh, but I can. The evidence is right here in these pictures. This one in particular shows something that lines up precisely with when you were making your recording. What part of the picture indicates that it must have been taken at the same time as Miss Lloyd's recording? Winston Payne.
Take that!
Here, look closely. This is the answer to all our questions.
I don't really know what it is.
Here, right here, look again. It's faint, but it's there. What, did I not? I swear, did I not do it right? All right.
Is it a speck of dust maybe? Happens all the time. Amateurs don't think to wipe the lens. Wind up thinking they caught a ghost on camera? You, into that kind of thing, Ruffles?
But I was... The recording was made right when the photograph was taken, I'm sure of it. I just need to point out the part of the picture that proves it. Okay, I think I have an idea. There was a passage about the president raising his arm. Maybe that's the moment? Maybe that's it?
Take that!
It was! Okay. See here. The president has his fist raised.
And what about it?
Would you be so kind as to play us the tape again?
See, it ain't that simple.
What if I were to tell you that you don't have a choice?
You don't make it easy, do you, Ruffles?
Remember, we are concerned with the moment the president raised his fist. No criminal organization, no matter how big, is above the law.
The president thrusts his fist into the air as the excitement reaches fever pitch.
There! That's the moment right there!
Correct. We've now confirmed when it occurred in the recording.
Which means Tabby should be in the picture too.
And she is. Right there for all to see. But Miss Lloyd is in fact the person with the red hood!
What?
Okay, that was cute.
So you're our shooter, huh?
No. I don't even own a jacket like that.
That's right. From everything we know, the owner of the red raincoat is... I mean, the owner of the red raincoat is John Doe. We've already proven that the raincoat belongs to Mr. Doe. You, Miss Lloyd, were wearing something else. Something that also happened to have a red hood.
So there were two people with red hoods all along.
Indeed. Mr. Doe's last statement was true.
Wait, but we only found one raincoat. Where's the other one?
It's inside out! It's inside out! Our ice cream seller never mentioned a raincoat, only a red hood. So tell us about your jacket again, Miss Lloyd.
Huh? This old thing?
Oh my god! I can see the red! I can see it! Oh!
Huh? This old thing? Well, the best thing about it, like I said, is if you get mud and such on it, it's reversible, see? So you just turn it inside out and... Ah!
Just as I thought.
The inside of her hood, it's red!
And that's another detail that was staring at me right in the face this whole time. That's right. And when the incident occurred, that's the side of the hood that was visible.
What's going on here? What are you really up to, huh, pal?
Wait, I never even wore it that way around.
Perhaps if you would allow us to examine it, we could confirm that for ourselves.
And y'all are gonna confirm that how exactly?
It was raining right up until the president's speech, correct? That much has been established already. And as you yourself said,
Heck, I don't even use nada. Come rain, sleet, snow, or shine, it's my trusty parka every time.
if you haven't reversed your parka since the rain, then the inside should be dry.
Wait a sec, now I got this big old backpack on, see, so I can't take off my jacket. Yeah, maybe I could just show y'all some other time.
You think an excuse that weak is gonna wash with Mr. Edgeworth? Well, what are you waiting for? If you're innocent, take it off and show us.
It wasn't me. I swear. I never shot the dang president. I could never.
If that's true, Miss Lloyd, then your best option is to cooperate and tell us the truth. Is there a particular reason why you chose to wear a parka with a red hood here today?
I'm sorry, Ruffles. There's something I never told you. Something I couldn't. But I'll come clean, I promise. Just go on easy on me now, you hear?
Oh. Who said that?
Hold your horses, it's a little soon for the end game.
Look at me. Or is that you? I think that's you. Like is it? You have his hair. That goes for you too, Mr. Prosecutor. You lost this one the moment you made your opening move. That's one of the men from Kay's photograph. Guess I'd better introduce myself. The name's Bronco Knight. I'm the president's personal bodyguard. Put the gun down. And second in command of his security detail.
Point that thing someplace else, pal. What the heck's wrong with you?
Sorry, can't help myself. It's just too much fun being this good. Like, that guy just looks like Luke at me. Am I imagining things? I swear I must be imagining things. That dude just looks like him. You're not a member of law enforcement, so how did you get a gun? This old girl's on loan from Zhengfa.
temporarily issued to us presidential bodyguards. Anyway, never mind that. I got 2 tidbits of news for you. You want the good or the bad first? Choice is yours.
I'm indifferent. Whichever you prefer.
Really? You're giving up the first move advantage, just like that? Whatever. Your loss. Guess I'll just push out the first pawn then.
So you play a little chess, I take it?
Ah, fellow fan are you, Mr. Red Suit?
The name's Edgeworth. And you could say I dabble.
Duly noted, Mr. Edgeworth. All right, I'll start with the good news. The president's okay. Didn't suffer as much as a scratch. He didn't? Oh, that's a relief.
Particularly for the young lady here. That means there's no longer a murder charge on the table.
Well, that is good news, huh, Tabby? Yeah, 'cause I'd never...
Now for the bad news. The only reason the president's alive is because we bodyguards did our job. One of us did anyhow. Our boss. Put himself in the line of fire.
You're referring to your colleague, Mr. Rook?
Yeah. It's game over for him.
Oh shit, the man's dead?
No way!
Rook is dead. A genuine loss.
So, you're saying that Tabby...
Yeah, your friend here killed my colleague, my brother in arms.
Aw, heck no, I didn't do it! I didn't kill anybody, I could never!
I'd shut my mouth if I were you, murderer. Sure, we did what we had to do. Sacrificed one of our pieces to protect the king. But to lose someone like him during a castling, it's a real shame. Castling? What's that even mean?
It's a chess term. Very simplistically speaking, it's a move where a rook switches places with the king.
Then why didn't he just say so?
Mr. Knight, was it?
Yeah, what?
We'll need to see the victim's body right away. And if possible, I'd like to ask the president a few questions.
Sorry, no can do.
And why not?
That's the third piece of news, and it's the piece you're gonna like the least.
I thought you said there were only 2.
The National Police Force of Zhangfa will be handling things from here.
What?
Oh, you better be kidding, pal!
This investigation was assigned to us. We're not about to hand it over.
You're the Edgeworth, right? The one who solved the Yatagarasu case. The president mentioned you.
I'm honored to have warranted his attention.
Makes sense that the chief prosecutor would assign this one to you.
Wait, did the chief assign me to appease the president?
But that was a mistake. A big one. He should have given the case somebody with a spine. You're free to take it up with President Wang. If you enjoy your diplomatic incidents, that is. You're coming with me. We'll continue this on the presidential plane.
No, no, I never did nothing, I swear!
We can do this the hard way if you like. But in Zhangfa, justice is served one way or the other.
Jesus, now I'm kind of wondering...
Ruffles, come on, you gotta help me out here, please.
Miss Lloyd, she was the one in the red hood. There's no denying that now. But I can't help feeling we still don't know the whole truth behind this case. It feels like it might have been a setup.
I'm innocent, you gotta believe me.
Yeah, now I'm starting to feel like it's an actual, like she's actually being set up here. Can I really let this happen? Is this really how it ends? The look in her eyes, the crack in her voice as she begs me to help her. This is no act by a criminal. She's genuinely scared. And if I let him take her, we'll never know what really happened.
What?
Huh?
What the?
filthy hands off of...
Quiet now. Is that really any way to greet me?
My dude!
Your neck has barely begun to heal, and you've already forgotten who I am. I'm disappointed.
What? It's you!
Ah, so you do remember.
What do you think you're doing, pal? Put the knife down and give it up! You got some nerve pulling a stunt like this in front of a bunch of police officers. Don't even think about it. You don't stand a chance against this guy.
Who are you really, Mr. Doe?
Let's just say that I'm no simple ice cream seller.
Guy's a pro, a hitman. His name's Shelly DeKilla.
The killer. My dude! There's not a legal professional in the country who doesn't know that name. An assassin capable of taking down any target, any place, any time. This isn't the first time our paths have crossed.
It's been too long, Mr. Edgeworth. But of course, this is the first time we've met face to face.
You're the assassin we've been looking for?
In a sense, yes. A certain someone did indeed hire me to carry out a contract. And that contract did indeed specify that I was to assassinate President Wang.
I swear I've seen his picture in one of my old files before, but... How could I have been so careless?
My bandage proved useful for bringing a knife into the park undetected. But I miscalculated in certain other regards.
He didn't bring a gun?
Now, shall we play a little game, Mr. Knight? I know how fond you are of such diversions. The stakes must be high in order for it to be fun, of course. Shall we wager, say, your life?
Well, what do you want from me?
I would like for you to allow Mr. Edgeworth to remain in charge of the case.
What? He what?
What are you up to, DeKilla?
I would simply like our mutual friend to see things through to their conclusion.
Huh? But why?
Bastian Rook was a man of great skill, one with whom I felt a certain connection. It is only right that the truth behind his death be brought to light.
Wow! Oh my god, his Shelly DeKiller symbol! He was covering it with the bandages! Also, he wasn't lying about being potential friends with Bastian Rook?
With Mr. Rook's departure, the case is now yours to investigate, is it not, Mr. Knight? I'm simply asking you to transfer that authority to Mr. Edgeworth. It's not something worth losing your life over, surely.
You're just using the investigation as an excuse to get close to the president!
Am I really? I suppose it is true that in order for the investigation to proceed, we will need to enter the presidential plane.
You think I'm gonna let you near him? I'm his chief bodyguard!
Are you? And here I thought you were only second in command.
Rook's not around. That means I'm number one.
I wonder if you have what it takes to step into such capable shoes.
You... of course I do. I'm the leader now. Me!
If that is indeed the case, then I would ask that you make a choice worthy of a leader. Will you needlessly throw your life, or will you allow the investigation to continue?
Is he really doing this to gain access to the president? Does he even need to? What is he plotting?
You have no objections, I trust, Mr. Edgeworth. Come, let us continue this investigation.
What do we do, sir?
It would seem we have little choice but to do as we're told. That said, listen, detective, and listen well. Oh, this is great. I'll buy us some time as I investigate. Meanwhile, you gather the other officers. Have them surround the plane and make absolutely certain that there is no way he can escape.
Yes, sir. You got it.
I can hear you both, by the way.
Oh my god, that's such a good start! Ah! My throat hurts, but holy shit, that is a great start to this. Okay. Oh. Oh my god, that is legitimately a great way to begin this. Oh. Oh, I'm looking forward to playing more of this. But right now I need to rest. Oh my god. Ah, this is so good. Sorry, okay, so I may have been missing this a lot. I may have been missing this a lot, okay? I swear, that man looks like freaking Luke at me. I think the only difference that he has with Luke at me is his fucking nose!